Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. We got the squad in the building.
Yeah.
Hey, the super producer Joel Holt, as always, in the room. And of course, the man formerly known as Ringo J. Stefan the Don, always holding it down for us. It's your boy, man. Listen, we got a lot to get to on today's show. Interesting topic, a name that a lot of people may look at and say that makes absolutely no sense, but I think that there could be some sense made to it. I think that's pretty much what Joel was thinking when I called him and told him about the topic. We got to talk about that, of course, and our Bears offensive stat projections. We heard ESPN's the other day, especially for the rookies. But I want to go through the entire offense and drop our offensive stat projections. We're going to be doing that on today's episode. And of course, the Friday free-for-all, all that and more in today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. This is the only channel talking Chicago sports, how Chicago talks. So make sure you get in tune with us, man. On God.
On God.
What's going on, boys? How y'all feeling, man?
Whoop. Can't complain. It's Friday. The summer is about to begin. This is a Memorial Day weekend. This
Memorial
is the
Day
kickoff.
weekend, man. There's going to be there will be alcohol.
What was the vid you put in the chat? The congratulations, ladies.
No, it's
the weekend.
Who's old boy that did 007? Is it? It's not Daniel Craig. What's his name?
No, it is Daniel Craig.
Is it Daniel Craig?
Daniel
That's his name, Daniel Craig.
The last one.
Bro, that mug, he was on he was on Saturday Night Live, and The Weeknd was the guest, and so they clipped that segment of him just like exasperated, just like, ladies and gentlemen, The Weeknd. Bro, I retweet that mug every single Friday, bro, because it's just so factual, man. This is gonna be a fun weekend, a lot of stuff to get to, man, and it's gonna be a lot to hopefully, we get some news to talk about heading into next week, because slim pickings till next Friday at OTAs. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. You know what I'm talking about?
I think we had some stuff lined up to talk about. I think we got some good topics.
Actually, the tournament of bad quarterbacks tournament of bad contracts is going to be fun. That's going to be a fun one to break down throughout the week. Are we starting the Hall of Fame next week as well? The Breeze Hall of Fame.
We're going to do the Breeze Hall of Fame, and I think there's going to be some other tourneys. I think. Bad draft picks, or maybe we'll flip it. How about positives? Who's some of the best, that we've had? And that way
we know the best. I mean, Jordan, Pippen, D Rose. It's fun to talk about the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we'll keep them down while we can, right?
I mean? Kick us while we down. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good coming. No, let's jump into some of this Bears talk, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in and showing love. If you haven't done so, hit that like button. Let's see what we starting off numbers wise with right now. We got 56 on the YouTube side. We got 23 on the Twitter side. So let's get it cracking. Almost over 100 in the chat. Appreciate y'all showing love. Let's talk about this Calais Campbell possibility that is being floated around here. Now, Calais Campbell is an interesting name, mostly because of the age, right? Everybody looks at Calais Campbell and goes, my guy, 38 years old. But then you look at what he was able to do last season and what he's been able to do over his career for sure. But last season as a whole, 17 games. So he's still, and for most of his career, the longevity has been there, right? The durability, I should say, has been there. You're talking about 6.5 sacks. He had 56 combined tackles. He had 32 solo tackles, 10 tackles for loss, and 1 forced fumble. Calais Campbell is a name that doesn't uninterest me, which is one way to put it, right? Because I think that there's a conversation to be had on, okay, you're in the cheap market. Maybe you don't believe that the Unique Ngakoue, or maybe you can't come to an agreement on the Unique Ngakoue contract because, he was making 10 last year. You're trying to pay him a little bit less because of the injury. Now you get into this season. Maybe he doesn't want a little bit less because he's like, listen, no, give me the 10 again and we can run this thing back. But we know they got to pay the rookies. They got to work contracts out, all of that stuff. To me, Calais Campbell, I had it. What are you doing? You always do this, bro. You always. Now we can't see half of Ringo face.
It's Ringo. We couldn't see Ringo before at all. Just move over.
Oh, let's see. Is it maybe this one? How about this one, Joe? How about this?
There you go.
Make you feel better, Joe? My God, he can't help himself.
Man, I was rushing to get this done, bro.
Would Calais Campbell be a good fit for the Chicago Bears, in you guys' opinion, even though he is 37, heading into his age 38 season?
No, and we have 100 in the chat, by the way.
Oh, 100 in the chat.
Yeah, 100.
I think looking at just his production, I mean, from he had a tear from 2014 to 2020, like Pro Bowls, All Pro, Defensive Player of the Year, like on the squad. Well, he was second, I think, in Defensive Player of the Year, like in 2017. Like he was a problem, but I think he's a good player, and if you can get him on the cheap, maybe. But
last year made $7 million. Last year made $7 million.
But if Yannick is a guy that we're going to probably keep, and then you still got to develop Booker, and then we're seeing improvement. We still got DeMarcus Walker, and then you're supposed to see improvement from because he's playing edge, right?
Yeah.
Is he playing?
No, he actually played D tackle.
I don't know if we have room for him. He's 6'8", 280. He's a big dude. 6'8".
He played D tackle for Atlanta.
Right. So I don't know. Does he fit the scheme? Does he fit? Because this scheme is designed for like.
Well, he's done both. He's done both. So he played D tackle for Atlanta, but most of his career he's been an edge. He's been a defensive end.
Yeah, but I think the way
so you wouldn't bring him in here as an edge. You would bring him in here as a defensive end. But he's got the ability of like how DeMarcus Walker is a guy who can play both. Right.
No, like Gray Bush is saying, like I think he's more suited. He's a little too big to play in this type of defense. They want quick, speedy guys. I
if I'm not mistaken, he played in this type of defense, right? In Jacksonville, wasn't that 4-3?
Jacksonville, yeah.
In a cover 2? I think they were traditional 4-3. I don't think it was a cover 2. He played in Baltimore.
I think he could. Yeah, he's a guy to me that could fit any scheme. I'm not worried about him. Because he can be in the middle or he can be outside. Like I said, he's that DeMarcus Walker style of guy where, you can throw him inside, you can throw him outside, and he can be able to go out there and benefit. To me, when I look at Calais Campbell's game, I think it's one that, listen, he's been durable. And yeah, maybe he's not the same guy, but that's why you're not paying him 2014 to 2020 Calais Campbell money. You're talking about a guy you could probably get in here for between $5 and $7 million. You also got to look at the budget that you're rolling with. If Yannick doesn't want to take that level of money, maybe he's able to get 10 again somewhere else this season. Your options turn into Emmanuel Agba.
Yeah, but if you're going with, even if you sign Yannick, he's 28, 29. This guy is 30 some years old. Like, this is a young man's game. If he's there to help teach and help be a person that can help, like, bring the rookies along and act as another coach or something, maybe, and that's a $7 million, and you still get 6 sacks out of him. Yeah. Cool. But it's a young man's game. And the way that they're building this squad up, I wouldn't want him on the squad as we're starting to really build. And if we're trying to have longevity, he won't be here. He's probably got a year.
He's not. Listen, he's not longevity at the position. I don't think that Yannick Ngakoue is longevity at the position. I think Yannick Ngakoue is a 1-year guy for us coming into this season. I think you address the opposite edge probably next year in the draft, but you still at some point have to say, we want to put somebody opposite, unless you're happy with DeMarcus Walker.
I think you can roll with Yannick for at least, you can get two or 3 years out of him, period. And he's an 8-sack guy. Crimson said, Yannick still owes 5 sacks from last season. I paid that man per sack. You owe me 5 sacks. Yeah, I wouldn't make that move. Not at that price. He gave
$7 million last year, gave you 6.5 sacks.
Yeah, but we're supposed to get 8, 9 out of Yannick. He was 10. Yannick was 10, 9.5, and then last year he was only 4 because he got injured.
Here's the thing, though. I'm fine with bringing Yannick back. I'm not saying that Calais Campbell is the first option. But as an option on the board, right? Listen, Yannick is still a guy. You said it, he's $28 million. There's not a lot of edges on the market. There's still teams that are looking to add. And that means that Yannick might be able to win the price on the market.
Yannick is 29.
You know what I mean? That means Yannick might not. I think the Bears have an interest in bringing Yannick back.
I think they do too. I think they're trending up.
Courtney Cronin said as much on the Chicago Bears podcast that they have an interest in bringing Unique back, and it's just about getting the contract done. But what are you bringing Unique back for? If you're bringing Unique back for $5 to $7 million, fine. If you're bringing Unique back for $10 million again, 11, you know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of edges out there left. I'm not a big Emmanuel Ogbah guy personally.
Nice. Yeah, I think that when you look at the situation, right, I think that 10 and 10 is way too much for Unique at this point. I think that when you look at it for the situation as what it is, I think you're still looking to add pieces. Is just I think both pieces fit best. I mean, at this point, I'm looking to get better at each position. Calais has been that vet. He's been durable, and the thing is, played on dominant defenses before. I mean, heck, Atlanta was a dominant defense last year. The problem is you had a trash quarterback.
Yeah,
so,
but
I mean, I don't know.
Look, I would say this. I look at Unique.
Atlanta's QB play was trash.
I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know if Atlanta was dominant last year.
They
watched Atlanta get carved up.
They were pretty good, bro.
I watched Atlanta get carved up a lot.
Pretty good.
I would say that I would look at Yannick to be more like a Robert Quinn type. Same kind of age at that time when you brought him in. Quinn, similar production to a degree, kind of up and down, maybe 11 and a half, 10 sacks. I mean, and then you had these breakouts. Like Quinn had 19 sacks back in 2013. And then 3 years ago, he had 18 here. So to me, I think with Yannick, he rivals this type of production that for at least like 2 years. And to your point, this is a stopgap position. I'd rather get production out of that position while I can.
What's up, Mark?
With a rotation until we get the next guy, because like I was watching.
But you're talking about a guy who had more production than Unique did last season.
No, I understand. I'm just saying. If I'm looking at Calais Campbell being 37 years old, that is literally a 1-year deal. Even if this team is trending up, and if you get Yannick, who's 29, even for 2 to 3 years, 2 years, he's still young enough where he's still young enough to possibly still do something. He's had 9-10 sack type seasons. We can do that, and it's a stopgap until we get our guy in the draft. I was watching the 1920 episode today, and it was interesting just to hear them, like how Ryan was prepared to trade up, and he was like, I didn't have to give up that second round pick. Like he was like, whoo, like he was happy that Rome fell at 9 because he was prepared to do that, because it's like that's probably what's going to happen this next year. They'll get low enough, but they can move up. They're going to package that pick and get somebody they really want to get next year. So I think it's just a stopgap, but let's get somebody that, Calais does seem to have durability. He played most games last year, but I'd rather roll the dice on Yannick.
I mean, I think both of these guys are pretty much stopgap guys. I don't see Yannick being here long term. I think that when push comes to shove, even if you bring like let's say for instance, okay, you bring Yannick back. If Devin Booker. If Devin Booker's
out there, we got problems.
Hey, if Devin Booker is back there, hey, this is a
winner's work, baby. Winner's work. Everybody who did that stupid winner's work thing lost the next game.
Couple teams, we working on our game. If you got Austin Booker, coming up and Yannick is in front of him. If he improves, coming in the OTAs or training camp next year, then I mean, by all means, that's a plus. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of you're not like they're I want to say a high on Dexter. They like Dexter. They like Dexter. I'm trying to get a vet presence in here that knows what he's been doing, has been on dominant defenses, and he's been consistent. It's all about learning from each other. You already got that in the wide receiver room. And a couple other rooms around the building too. So I mean, why not add to that one?
So I mean, they're both a vet presence. I think this is more of a, who's going to be who's the cheapest option. Because, like I said, but they're both, to
Calais.
me, neither Unique nor Calais are long-term. You're addressing edge probably next year in the draft. You might be addressing edge mid-season. Right, I've said many times. I don't think that second-round pick make it to the draft for us.
I like. Well, shout out to Greg Stevens. I like his comment. He's like, no, what did he say? Why do we care about a 1-year contract? Bears are drafting a pass rusher next year. Why do we care about age this year? It's a 1-year contract. Yeah. My point is, I'm gambling more that I would get more sacks out of Yannick than I would if we were to sign Calais, and he's probably a 6-sack guy. When I think with the defensive line being better and how Yannick was brought in to be a pass rusher, he wasn't going to be the guy. He couldn't do it all by himself. He still averaged. He has a decent career. So now you got a guy opposite him that can actually command double-digit sack numbers. And if the defensive line is actually improved, or they're getting double teamed and they're able to take up multiple linemen, I think that gives Yannick the ability to now be more isolated one-on-one, and they can actually do more. So I'd rather gamble on that.
The thing you also got to take into account too is those 6.5 sacks are from the interior last year.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing on the interior last year. He wasn't playing on the outside last year. You're talking about a guy, to me, who could come in and Calais Campbell opposite Montez Sweat, go back to a natural position. Yeah, he's got 6.5 sacks, but that was from working on the inside of the line. Now, are you prepared to kind of go back on the outside, be able to make some play? Again, I think that both are very good options for the Chicago Bulls, Chicago Bears. Dang you with Devin Booker. I think that both are very good options for the Chicago Bears. I'm not out on Calais Campbell, though. And I think that's my thing. And if I'm going to take a chance on one of the two, let me take a chance on the guy that actually did it versus the guy that, he got better when the other guy showed up, but he didn't do it. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Yannick can't return to being a 10-sack guy. I'm not saying it, but 6.5 ain't bad when you're coming off of a season where opposite of you, the best you had was 3. If you're Montez Sweat, you know what I mean? Like if we get another 6.5, like let's be real, we could get that from DeMarcus Walker. There may not be a sign.
This is true.
I mean, if you sign Calais Campbell, he reminds me more of like the Ted Washington, Keith Traylor years, where the older guys still.
I might take a shot real quick. Y'all know what time it is.
I'm just saying, man.
I'm gonna record something. I'm gonna record audio for every time you reference somebody before 2010.
Bro, did you see it? Bro, I wanted to say that. Did you see his face yesterday?
Bro, it's gonna be like Joel takes it back. I'm gonna record something.
Bro, did you see his face yesterday when you was like, hey, the Bears defense were kind of reminded me of 06. He was like,
oh yeah, he did.
We got 200 in the chat, by the way.
I was like, bro, come on. You can.
You guys, the whole point is,
anyway, so you were saying Keith Traylor, Ted Washington.
Just guys that been playing a long time, but like they know the game and their bodies are still holding up for a while. That he will remind me of that. That's all. Like you're 38 years old, like
he's older, yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, like he could. There's probably a base. I mean, 6.5 sacks is nice. Like, I mean, I'm seeing some of the chat saying, "Why not get both of them?" That's fine with me.
You ain't got the money. You don't have.
If you don't got the money, I'm gonna gamble more on Yannick.
What was it? I don't have the cap numbers in front of me. I'm going off from memory, but I want to say that it was. I think the Bears had somebody in the chat double check for me. I want to say $19.5 million to spend basically this offseason. You're spending, and you'll be able to make some budget moves by cutting people or trading pieces, different stuff like that. Especially with the June 1 cuts and stuff. But you're spending 15 of that just about on the rookies because you have 2 top 10 picks.
Yeah, 2 top.
You have 2 high contract guys coming in day one, play one that are gonna eat up a good chunk of that little bit that you have. Now you're gonna be able to work some things in. You're gonna be able to make some cuts. You're gonna be able to add a little bit more money. but you're still having a conversation about probably $7 or $8 million left over.
Well, they're projected for having $22 million left in the cap, I think, right now.
Right. So you're spending 15 of that on the rookies.
I think they're putting. Let me see. I think they have
Rome and Caleb alone.
Didn't they sign them already?
Yeah,
Rome and Caleb ain't signed yet.
I thought they signed them.
Nah.
No, they ain't signed them. They signed Austin Booker. They've signed Torrey Taylor.
Right. Okay. I knew they signed some rookies.
And they've signed. I don't even think they've signed Karan Amagaji yet. So but my point is that there's going to be some money for you to work with, but there's not enough money for you to work with both of them. Mm-hmm. So it is a pick one or the other.
Both of them.
Well, give me Yannick. He's already been in the system.
Yeah.
He's been in the room. Like, I don't even know why this is really like, no. Oh, no. Booker got a 4-year, $4.36 million
The conversation to me is more, what if Yannick don't want to come back?
Why wouldn't he?
Maybe he can make more. Listen, we're talking about Calais Campbell being on the edge market right now, my guys. It's slim pickings out there. They did sign Karan. Okay.
Yeah, they signed Karan to
I might have just done a
4-year, $5.91 million deal, and they got Austin Booker for a 4-year, $4.36 million contract.
Right.
So I thought they had signed the other ones because I knew that they signed some. They signed Torrey Taylor, 4-year, $4.7.
Yeah, Torrey, I knew they signed already. Torrey got a lot of love.
So it's just the other two. So they've already signed them. The whole point is, if $22 million is left, there's a lot more to play with.
Knowledge still on this.
What?
Homer, $2 million cut, and MF is talking about cutting Herbert. Big stupid, bro. He's still on. Hey, bro, I don't need 3 running backs, bro. Listen, in NCAA 25, I'm gonna have 3 running backs because I'm abused 2 of them. I don't need 3 running backs.
Stream that.
You said what?
Should we stream that?
Should we stream 25? I don't know. I don't know if I trust Ken on the.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I trust Ken on the on the stream. We don't want people getting canceled out here. You know what I
mean? Shout out to the chat too. We get a lot of how's everybody hanging in on the Friday? Let's see. We got KD was number 1, and B Bill KD Crimson's up in here. Knowledge and Tame Bears Junkie. What's happening, y'all? Levante, thanks for sticking with us.
Homer, Knowledge Untamed. Homer is a running back. Homer is also a special teamer. Homer is somebody who spends most of his time on special teams and is effective on special teams. You still need good special, especially coming into this season. Yeah, I mean, Knowledge said 4 days later. Yeah, he's still on that. He's still on that. 4 days later. Hey, I ain't lying to you. Hey, appreciate y'all tuning in, showing love. You haven't done so, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Let's update where we're at right now. YouTube's still ahead of Twitter over here. It's still Twitter on this show. 156 right now. 94 people on the Twitter side, but we are over 200 in the chat. We got one person watching on Facebook. Shout out to that one person showing love on Facebook. Sin said, listening to y'all while getting this workout in. That's right. Get right, because I won't be doing it tonight. I'll be drinking alcoholic beverage. I appreciate y'all tuning in, showing love. Let's keep this thing moving along, man, because there's a lot to still talk about with this offense on this team. I know coming off of a bad day yesterday that everybody has been freaking out about. Oh my God, Caleb Williams had a rough day. Like it was going to just be sunshine and roses the entire way through, all the way. OTA, shout out John Reyes. He's our one Facebook watcher. He said, woo. Hey, John, share this up to some Bears groups, dog. I love it.
So, really, real quick for the record, Caleb is probably going to get about around $9 million a year. It's a almost a $40 million guaranteed contract. And then Rome is supposed to get a fully guaranteed $22.7 million contract. So looking at, roughly like an $8 million. So looking at $17 million, which leaves you with 22. Yeah,
so you look at it. That was my point.
Yeah,
you got money for one, and it's basically when you cut some people. Like Khalil Herbert. I'm just playing with y'all. I'm just playing. Don't cut Khalil Herbert. Trade him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But no, man. Listen, everybody's losing their mind over the offense yesterday. I saw some think pieces over a bad day at OTAs, boys. I saw some deep think pieces. People were going, oh, well, what does this mean? How's he going to adjust? What's going to happen? I was like, y'all got to breathe, dog. It's OTAs. Football don't happen for another. Crimson, how many more days till football happens? Crimson drops it in every single day, so I know he knows. Yeah, I mean, like, I think we're 50 odd days away from even getting to training camp.
I think it is.
Well, look, man, I want to enjoy myself. I don't want the summer. It's about to kick off. I don't want to fast forward to the end of summer.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to rush it either.
He said 107.
107
days till the season starts. I don't want to rush it either. But here's my thing.
I got a lot of kicking it to do this summer, man.
A lot of kicking it.
I got no kids for the whole summer.
Well. Yeah. Joe's version of kicking it ends at 11:30.
No.
By 11:30.
No, it does not.
My eyes start to get a little heavy.
Stop the blasphemy. Yeah, if I've been working on a bathroom all day.
11 o'clock. Get out.
Get out.
Please.
Get out.
It does stop at 2 a.m. I do have a cutoff. If I'm not in bed by 2 a.m., because I do want to get up the next morning. I will go to 1:30.
If it go past 2 a.m., the next day is shot. I ain't even
shot. I'm taking a nap at 2 in the afternoon after that.
Hey, and it's one of them, you know, there's nappers and there's nappers. You know what I'm saying? There's the people that can do like a 25, 30-minute nap, and then there's me, right?
Steve Boy, I don't want to hear Steve Boy say another thing. This joker works nights, and then he likes to taunt you because this joker stays up all night. Because that's what he does. And then this joker will kick you with, what's wrong with you? I'm like, you work nights. This dude be up.
Hey, bro. I'm telling you, dog, this man, bro, but like, no, I feel Joel on that because if I'm up all night, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., it's a 2 a.m. nap that's going to end at about 6 p.m. Or it's a 2 p.m. nap that's going to end at about 6 p.m. You know what I mean?
What day is it?
But, right. When you wake up,
those naps like that, you wake up like, what day is this?
Hey, you sweating for no reason. You just so hot. Why am I so hot? Oh my God. Oh man. What did Jay Grizz say?
Well, shout out to,
I love your kids, but you gotta go. It's a hot dad summer for me.
Shout out to Bear Junkie. Y'all funny, man.
Oh, man.
All y'all hilarious, man.
Let's get into these projections for the season, though, man. We did ESPN's projections on the rookies, and that got me to thinking, why don't we do our own stat projections for what we think this team is going to do this year? And I've got pretty much the entire offense. We're really just doing the offensive projections today. We'll get to the defensive projections another day. But offensively, I think that the Bears are going to do some good things offensively. And I'm going to be honest with you. I said this earlier in the season. I'm sorry, I said this earlier in the offseason, and I'm sticking to it. My expectations are not low. My expectations are not, I believe, let me double check here. ESPN had Caleb Williams about 3,500 yards, 23 touchdowns, low.
What, 18 interceptions? Is that what
they didn't have interceptions on there. And
then the one we had, the PFF or somebody.
And then Roman Dunze, 800 yards, low. I got high expectations for this team, and I'm standing on that. So here are my way too early, Chicago Bears offensive projections here. Caleb Williams, 4,250 yards, 28 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. I think by the end of this season, we call him the best quarterback in Chicago Bears history. DJ Moore, 1,200 yards, 7 tutties on the season. I think that he is our leading receiver this year. Roma Dunze with 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns on the season. I think that he brings up the rear at number 2 right there. And then Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen coming in 3, 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's the one who I think that Keenan's really, really ridiculously good, but I just don't foresee the Chicago Bears throwing him in a ton of situations where you would see a long-term piece, because I don't know if the Bears are going to re-sign Keenan Allen. I don't know if the Bears know if the Bears are going to re-sign Keenan Allen. Then I got DeAndre Swift coming in, 300 receiving yards. 300 receiving yards. I think I had him getting 2 touchdowns. Let me double check my notes because I don't know if you threw that one in there. Yeah, 2 passing touchdowns this season. And then 1,000 yards rushing and 6 rushing touchdowns this year. I got Cole Kmet getting 500 yards, 4 touchdowns. Roshan Johnson, I got him getting 200 receiving yards, 550 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. And Gerald Everett bringing up the rear, 250 receiving yards this season. I think that this Chicago Bears offense will be very, very potent. What say you, my guys?
Well, I put mine out. Well, actually, it's funny. So, no joke, Breeze Nation. I did not know what Pat was going to say, and I was just objectively thinking when I put my numbers out there, because my numbers are actually pretty similar, because I'm basing this just like you said. The preface is we're not expecting him to be an average quarterback, but what happened?
You said similar. I was like similar.
Yeah. So my point is that I'm basing this, if there's goals to possibly break a rookie record for passing, my numbers were pretty similar, because then I'm looking at all this talent, and it's like that means for the numbers that people have in the averages, everybody would have to take a hit based off what they're saying. So I'm looking at it like he's going to try to beat Andrew Luck's record, go for say 4,400 yards for passing. You need Danny 30 touchdowns with 16 interceptions. And then I said DJ Moore about 1,200. He's still the number 1 receiver to me. Rome gets over 1,000. So DJ Moore 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. Rome Odunze 1,050 with 6 touchdowns. Keenan Allen, I just feel like he is the safety valve, but he's going to be short yardage stuff, so he gets a high amount of touchdowns with 850 yards receiving. DeAndre Swift, I said just 500 yards receiving. I think he's clearly 1,000-yard rusher. And then Cole Kmet, I'm like, he's got to get his yards. I'm giving him 600, with 4 touchdowns. So that was kind of last minute as we were trying to put the show together, but that's kind of what I was thinking with my numbers.
Yeah, I don't know. With me, I got Caleb. I want to say 3,800, 28 touchdowns, 16 picks. Then after that, DJ Moore, 12,000. I'll give him 8 touch.
12,000?
Yeah, I like 12,000.
12,000 yards, crazy, bro.
Hey, 12,000 is wild.
This man breaking career records in one season.
No, 1,200. He's a Hall of Famer, bro. 1,200 with the 8 touch. I was going back and forth on the Rome and Keenan thing. I don't know. I truly honestly don't know. I want to say just because Caleb has more of a connection with Rome. Well, he had more of a head start with Rome. I'm gonna say that Rome just comes in under probably 950. I'll probably say 6 touch for him. Keenan, I'll say 825, somewhere around there. Cole, I think he's gonna be a red zone threat. Pretty much, I could definitely see him doing that. I think that he probably gets about 6 touch. About 5 of those might be in the red zone, because I'm just imagining what this team will be able to do. Once you get down to the 10, it's literally almost, hey bro, what do you do at this point?
Yeah, you got options.
Then, I think with Swift, I think that you get 650, but you also get the 300 receiving yards. So I think 950 in total. I think he does give you some go, because I think he's gonna split. Some of the workload with Herbert. And yeah, that's just the way I see it. I think just because of the way, Caleb's been talking to me just even yesterday. Hey, bro, we're doing this to help you. We know, we know that you're gonna get better. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. He's setting out to do
he's not
something that
hiding from the pressure. He's not
Yeah.
shying away from the pressure.
Like-
No, facts. And I say this. I see people in the comments talking about 550. Gray Bush said 550 yards for Roschon for a third string running back. Y'all know knowledge is already. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't think Roschon is our third string running back. I don't. I think Khalil Herbert.
Number 2.
I think that Khalil Herbert need to get prepared either to play for another team or to get his special teams reps ready.
Oh,
and he's never been a special teamer. And it's not a slight to Khalil Herbert. It's just I think that you have more ability to. You have more of an opportunity to put either Khalil or DeAndre Swift back there, and a defense say, well, they can block a little, they can catch a little, they can rush a little. Okay, we got to keep an eye on what they're going to do versus Khalil Herbert, who if he's in the game, he running. He's not pass catching. He's
running.
Yeah, he running. Yeah, I mean, if he's in the game, he's running. He did. I will say, he still had an above 65% pass catch percentage last season. So it's not like he can't pass catch. I just don't think that I don't think that you. I don't foresee you putting somebody behind the guy that you spent $7 million on or the guy that you spent a 4th round pick on. Like investing in capital.
I can see that.
Investing capital in guys means something.
I think too, because it's not like if
Knowledge said
you might be right about that though.
Knowledge said we'll put that in the song. You already know knowledge. Whatever.
I mean, I think it's definitely something to what you're saying though too, because of the simple fact that if Roschon comes in and he basically showed you flashes, but it's not that much. Maybe we're having a different conversation, but they always talk about how much of a leader he is, and we've also lamented the fact that like he should have got more touches than what he did last year. It's not like he didn't show you anything. So you might be right about that.
He was stuck. Our offensive line was not. He needed to be there he had to help protect instead of really being able to be out there.
Right.
Yeah, but I can't have my running back to always be my sixth lineman. Like, that's not even fair to him. But when holes were opened up for him, he could do something. And I also like my man. Was it Dante Foreman last year? I like
Deontay Foreman.
He was tough, last year. But if the line is improved, I mean, we have a good problem. I see comments about Gerald Everett. Like, I think Gerald Everett is definitely a sleeper pick, but it's like we have a lot of freaking weapons. There's a lot of yards to go around. There's a lot of yards to go around. You got to get 5,000 yards to get everybody to even for Gerald Everett to get like 600.
Or Caleb Williams throws 5,000 yards his first season. Boom, we done it. We picked it. There it is.
Bro,
Caleb Williams, 5,000 yards.
There's a lot of talent.
Keenan, Rome, and DJ all get over 1,000 yards. Cole Kmet gets 700. DeAndre Swift and Roschon split between 5. Boom.
But is Roschon really? I don't look at him as a receiving running back.
He's I think. Well, I don't.
He's an all around.
Roschon is an all around back. He doesn't have elite speed, but he's an all around back.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying there's a lot. Some things either going to drop off, or it's somehow we're able to spread the ball around enough to get all these guys this amount of yardage. Because
I think your drop off comes like I said, it comes to me and Cole Kmet. You know what I mean? And it's not that Cole's going to have a bad season. I think there's just so many people here that you'll see Cole Kmet get less yards. That's why I put him around 500 yards. I got him around 4 touchdowns. It's not a bad thing. But if I got Keenan Allen in the red zone, yeah, that's a big target to throw to. If I got Rome Odunze in the red zone, that's a big target to throw to. I see them getting red zone looks. I see DeAndre Swift getting opportunities to run the football in the red zone. I see Roschon getting opportunities to run the football in the red zone. Yeah, I mean, like I think that those are things that Gerald Everett as well, but I don't think he gets a touchdown this year. Guess how many career touchdowns Gerald Everett has?
Not a lot. I know it's not a lot.
One.
What? He does.
Gerald Everett has 1 career touchdown.
He said touchdowns.
Which one of his were your favorites?
No, he's got 3. He had 3 touchdowns last year.
He's got 3. Was I looking at the wrong stat?
Yeah,
Maybe I was looking at the wrong. Maybe I was looking at the wrong stat.
Oh, if 2020 has him for 1 touchdown.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's only got 1. Oh no, he don't. He got 19. Never mind.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know what
rushing.
stat I was
You were
looking
looking at a rushing stat. That's why.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he's got 1 rushing. Yeah, he's got a bunch.
Okay.
He got 3, 4, 4, 1. Yeah, 2, 2, 3. It's not a lot, though. By the way, it's not a lot. He's 4, 3, 2s, and 1.
That's on me. Hey, you're right. I was looking at the rushing. That's on me. Hey, you notice that? I can admit when I'm wrong. Foul. That's why we should be your favorite show, because they can't all.
We're 2 away from 300. We need 300 in the chat.
Yeah, we got 167 over on the YouTube side. We got about 70 likes over there. Let's get that up over 100. We got 130 up on the Twitter side, X side, whatever you wanted to call. We got Still Our One. Shout out John Ross over on Facebook. I think that's who that was. Yeah, I mean,
playlist. And we still got Tyler Scott. Like,
I don't think Velus Jones getting involved in
Hey, we got over 300 in the chat.
Over 300 in the chat. 300. Oh man. Let's keep this thing moving along, though, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in and showing love. The Friday Free for All is here. The Friday Free for All, where we get to talk about anything that is going on around the world, anything that is happening in sports, in entertainment, in life itself. And listen, I got nothing. No, I kid. No, the Friday Free for All for me, and I want to give credit to a team that we don't talk about a ton on this channel, and we will at times throughout the season. But you know, it's not that time right now. It's early on in the season. There's still some other things going on that we're focused in on. But I got to give some credit to the Chicago Sky, knocking off the 4-0 New York Liberty last night. What a game. Loving everything I'm seeing from Angel Reese. And ladies and gentlemen, did y'all see the Angel Reese smoke? And I'm saying smoke because I don't know if there's a full-on fire here, but it seems like Angel Reese is keeping the Caitlin Clark beef alive, which I absolutely love. And I'll tell you what, I think the WNBA absolutely love. And Angel Reese, after the win versus the New York Liberty last night, said, and that's on getting a win in a packed arena, not just because one of our players is on a chartered flight. Ooh.
Stand on it. Stand on it.
I need that Chicago smoke, baby. We got smoke in the city.
Well, here, Reese Cup. That's Reese Cup right there.
Angel Reese. Big smoke. Yeah, you need that. I need that DJ drama. I need that DJ drama, dog.
Don DeMarco, Marco.
I was going to say.
Oh, go ahead.
So it's funny. I swear I was like, I thought about that earlier this week because I seeing Caitlin Clark kind of going through. I think, you're hearing about some of the adversity I think she's going through, where it's like, are they really hating on this girl? Because it's like
nobody's hating on her.
No, I just feel like a lot of I'm not even talking about the Angel Reese thing. Before that, just seeing some of the stuff that's going on with her in general, it's like. Because they haven't, they don't have a great record, aren't they? Like 1
No,
yeah, they're terrible.
They don't have any wins.
They were also the worst team in the WNBA last
exactly.
season.
Right. So it's like instead of anointing her to have her team, it's like people on the team have an issue with her kind of being there, where it's like it's hers, But I think she's getting hated on a little bit, but it's like she's bringing the notoriety to the league. I just wonder if she can, really come through with it, because that's a lot of pressure. To come in and basically they're looking at her to be basically the face of the WNBA. One of them, at least. And
here's the thing: she's the person that's going to bring notoriety. She's the person that's getting it hot. She's the person that is lifting the viewership overall, the league, right? She is that person. But here's what you have to understand, and this is what I tell people who are just now starting to watch the WNBA. I actually was having this conversation with Maggie Sketch up at ESPN 1000 today. She is probably going to be a phenomenal player.
Phenomenal.
But how people were talking about her who didn't watch the WNBA was disrespectful to the people that came before her. They thought she was going to come in and be Larry Bird. They thought she was going to walk in the front door and all of a sudden it was going to be Magic and Larry for the WNBA, which is fine as far as storyline. I think you can keep that heat going. People are going to want to see her, all of that. But here's what you got to understand. Larry Bird went to a team that had 4 other Hall of Famers on it already. Larry Bird went into a team where, yes, he did. He was the best player on that team, but that team was pretty much ready-made for Larry Bird to come in there and cook.
Well, they eventually in 2 years they had it built, but they still had a good framework because
they still had the framework there. And here's the big part about all of this, and it goes to the eyes can be on her, but what they were trying to build her up as when Diana Taurasi
a savior to come in.
When Diana Taurasi was sitting there, she was like, it's not going to be sweet for her in this WNBA. Oh, she's hating on her. No, she's one of the greatest WNBA players of all time. I believe she's the WNBA leading scorer, if I'm not mistaken. Like, she's kind of a dog. There's Sabrina Ionescu, who's kind of a dog. There is, like, what you want Brianna Stewart calm down. You want Brianna Stewart to sit there and be sit here and claim her as the greatest college basketball player of all time when Stewie got 4 college basketball championships.
And
you know how many Caitlin got?
And I think
wait. Hold on. Pause. Hold on. Grady gets a big pause because Corey called him out. Big flag.
Oh, bro, I know.
What did Grady say?
He was saying that Caitlin Clark has a behind like Kevin Durant.
Nah, bro.
Hey, Grady, that's a flag on the play, brother.
That's a flag on the play, bro.
Flags here.
Put flags in the chat, bro. Red flags in the chat, bro.
I got a tie. I got a tie. That's all I got.
Red flag in the chat right now.
They need a yellow flag on it. They don't have a yellow flag on this mug. You need a yellow flag in the emojis, bro. That was crazy, Grady. That was crazy.
I think it's the overhype that they're trying to put on her, and then the jealousy of her being in the league. I think for people all around, it's like, don't you see the big picture? Now, maybe this is by design. Maybe this is how you market teams to create some type of suspension or animosity or whatever. Like it's like the Muhammad Ali, where it's like, I got to drum up this. I'm creating a narrative to create some type of 2 sides. Maybe it's the Brian Bosworth. I'm making T-shirts that I purchased to get to everybody else that says hate me to create something. Yeah. Maybe it's a genius marketing ploy.
I mean, I get it, but I think the biggest thing is I think it's coming from both sides, right? Because I feel like you got some women in the WNBA that's just trying to keep it real, like, hey, bro, she gonna be nice, just not right now. And I think the other thing that's like really like messing
the WNBA physical. If they thought she was just gonna let I thought she getting hit before she get past half court.
Bro, did you see, bro? In the I think it was the second game, the scream Stewie.
Oh yeah,
Stewie her, bro, and she did, bro. I felt bad. I think it's more so of like it's split. It's like some of the women in the WNBA is like, cool, she gonna be nice, but then you got the other half that's not watching. Add that to the fact, like, yo, you got the charter flight thing, like. And I think Cameron Brink was talking about this on Paul George's podcast. Like, hey, we're nice. I'm glad, but like y'all have to pay respects to like the other people that came before us as well.
I mean, of course, but see, the problem is people want respect for yes, you should get some respect, all that good stuff that comes with it. But nobody made no money for all these years, so someone comes in with some type of notoriety. It's supposed to help everybody. So
no, and here's the thing: it has helped the entire WNBA. It has. I'm not saying Caitlin Clark's not a draw. The who'd she just play? Was it the Aces? I think it was the Aces. Basically, that they sold out more in the
WNBA live on ESPN Deportes.
Gotta be on something. But no, I think that they sold $2 million in one game, which is the most that they've ever sold in a regular season game ever. She's a draw. She's gonna be good. She's gonna win. Was it the Connecticut Suns? It might have been the Connecticut Suns.
Yeah.
But she's a draw. She's gonna be good. She's gonna win. She's gonna have success in the WNBA. But it is still, listen, like there are women who have come before you and have played this game before you that are really good. And now mugs are upset that basically
I should get the notoriety. I should get
she
it.
the one that's getting. Hey, here's the thing. It's not even the girls. It's the people that are new to watching the WNBA that are upset. That's the part that's funny about it. The people that are just now tuning in, they're like, why isn't my favorite player the best player in the league? And did you, bro, listen.
The barrel. That's the barrel mentality.
Listen, whenever there's a moronic take to be had, this is also a part of the Friday Free For All. Appreciate y'all tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Whenever there's a dumb take in the air that needs to be had, whenever you just know something stupid needs to be said because there's too much right in the universe, you can guarantee Colin Cowherd's going to say, I'll be there. Because Colin Cowherd this week basically came out and said the WNBA fumbled the bag by giving Caitlin Clark a difficult schedule. They should have given her an easy schedule so that she could win games to start off, get used to the league, and then be ready to go by midseason. What?
They have a team for all I know.
Bro. Here's my thing. With all the talk about keeping women's sports equal, making things even across the board, making it so women have the same opportunities as men, why is the first thing that we see from Caitlin Clark? Let's make things as easy as possible for her because it might get a little bit tough.
Silver Harvest. So y'all just gonna ignore Joanna, man.
That was a wild movie to ever come out, bro.
I refuse to watch that.
Hey, that was crazy.
I
saw that movie one time and I was like, yeah, I'm cool.
I can't.
But no, bro, like Colin Cowherd. I mean, my God, listen. I hope and listen. I give him credit for getting all the viewership he watches, all the people that rock with him. He's able to build an audience. He's entertaining to some people. But my God, when there's a take that just needs to be horrible and uneducated in the air, Colin's like, let me get that.
Watch this. You think people are mad now? Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
And I mean, all of his takes, bro. Like he been on a roll lately, bro. The backwards hat for the quarterback is back again. He went at JJ Redick for wearing a backwards hat. Said that's going to be a head coach of the NBA. What's your thing with backwards hats? Calm down there, soccer dad. That's what. Oh, don't you do? You never. I would never put you in charge of my Fortune 500 company. Look, here it is. Horrible person, thug, 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 thug.
No, baseball player.
No, there's a lot of thugs in there. No, there's no middle ground. Good man.
Oh, now he looks
good
nice.
Good man. I'd hire this guy.
Good man. Very honorable. Very honorable. I trust him with some of my stuff.
It's Crimson. Nice shot.
Oh man, bro.
Yeah, there's no middle. There's no middle with thug, bro. The thug is anything that's not forward or back.
Colin Cowturd. Nice.
What a name.
That's a name.
What a name pull.
Oh. No, I just think, that was one thing that just was hilarious to me. Just understanding the business. Like, that's good. You want her in the league because she's bringing a draw.
100%.
You guys complain about your share of money and all this stuff, but it's like I said, crabs in the barrel mentality. And when
it's not the women that are arguing.
The women are some of that in general.
No, the women in the sport are arguing. Who y'all think she finna be better than?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're arguing. They're not arguing how she's brought up the league, how she's improved the league, how things like literally. Asia Wilson said, "Don't take opportunities that haven't happened yet as missed opportunities." When Caitlin Clark got this massive deal, and then a week and a half, 2 weeks later, Asia Wilson signs a massive shoe deal, right? Like, so there's money coming for everybody in the league. Everybody understands that. The women in the sports problem is like, y'all not about to. Yo, she ain't played a professional game in her life, and y'all sitting here talking about she about to win all these championships. She about to come in here. She about to hoop. And you know Diana was finna be on it.
Oh, we getting dubs.
Yeah.
Dubs.
Hey, and they physical in the WNBA. I ain't mad at
for
it,
sure.
But, calm down there, cat.
Good question, Grady.
And my Friday free for all, because I gotta ask the chat this. I already put this in our chat though. Who wins?
Oh, this was a good one.
One game. And now that this is a high school edition.
Hey, we might need to send this to Joel to make a graphic for. I'm not gonna lie, this was a good question.
High school edition, right? Okay, Team A, point guard Patrick Beverly. This is high school. Shooting guard Derrick Rose. Small forward Sean Livingston. Power forward KG. Center Eddie Curry. That's Team A.
That's where it get weak. Eddie Curry was a weak high school center, bro.
That's Team A.
That joker was a human refrigerator.
Team B. Jalen Brunson at the 1. Kendrick Nunn at the 2. Jabari Parker at the 3. Anthony Davis at the 4. Jaleel Okafor at the 5.
Team A all day.
I'm Team A.
Anthony Davis was trash in high school. I'm taking Team 1. Anthony Davis was average. They had a terrible record out there when he was in high school.
Pat Bev already found out. This is the thing. Pat Bev
was a scorer in high school.
I'm taking Team A.
Pat Bev wasn't hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Pat Bev gonna have to be convinced to get a ball to Derrick Rose. Pat Bev was averaging 35 in high school.
Wait, what's that move you do, Pat? Well, how many championships is Rose or state championships Rose got? Wasn't it 1? I'm going with Rose all day. Anything with him on the squad.
This is just
yeah, this was I ain't gonna lie to you. That second
Let's put a poll up. Let's put a poll. I'll make the graphic and put the poll up.
Could have been way better, but they were going with the young players versus the older players. So the new generation of Chicago versus the old generation of Chicago.
You got to get a better 2 guard.
What?
You got to get a better 2 guard on Team B.
Hold on. Shout out to Knowledge and Tame.
Oh,
Pat,
boy.
Can you answer this question?
Oh, boy.
Who's the better player? Who's the other player?
Who was it, Joe? Who was it, Joe? Go ahead, get your excitement out.
No, I just want you to answer that question. Because as I'm putting my Hall of Fame together, I want to put something in the Hall of Fame. What? You did? Oh, this is gonna be such a good topic. Oh my God, I can't wait to do this.
Because of how you
Fields?
Well, no, here's the thing. Because of how you explained it, like at first I was like, I'm not putting him on. They didn't even make the league. But then because of how you explained it, he was like just great in the city of Chicago.
Oh yeah.
We got to put him in there. Like it's not even a question. Yeah. I thought we were saying like people that were professional and stuff like that, like that made the league. I thought we were taking like professional careers. When you were like, no, just like high schoolers. I was like,
I'm saying Chicago, but like if you dominated at your era or at your field or what have you, like in Chicago in general, like this is to bring flowers.
But see, where does this stop? Are we putting in
never
Chicago
stop.
Street legends?
It'll never stop.
Are we putting in the hottest dice player?
No, we're not putting in
Chicago.
Grits and Gravy and Leonard Washington. We're not doing that.
Are we putting in the greatest bags player Chicago has ever seen? Because my grandfather may be on the list, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We're not doing that. I'm just saying, like we're talking football, basketball. Primarily, it's going to end up being a lot of basketball.
We're giving props to all of Chicago. We got to include everybody in this list. Who is the greatest hoagie eater Chicago has ever seen?
See, now you trolling me, dog. Like I'm over here, trying to give us something to talk about for the summer. And you want to disrespect the Ashley Larry, right? I'm just saying, man.
Ashley Larry was not Hall of Fame. Ashley Larry wasn't even good.
Right, because he came back and then lost money.
And lost all his money.
Exactly, Nick. That's what I'm saying.
If you don't take that money, you're going to have to shoot me.
No.
Okay.
Jay Grizz, Isaiah's going on the list.
Isaiah's in there. I'm saying
there are certain people. So
this example,
this is more about the people, right? The Corey Maggettys, the people who get under talked about and different things like that. As far as Chicago legends,
and this is another one. Like for example, Sergio McClain. Like the run that Peoria Manual had for what 4 years or so, like that. After a while, we don't hear about those guys. And Kawain Garris, for example, was at Illinois. Like you remember, this is just to highlight and appreciate some of the players that some of them didn't go to NBA, but they dominated in college, and it was in high school. It was just also whatever happened to some of these guys. So it's just nice to bring light to some of those. And like I said, Ronnie Fields was one of my favorite players. Like, yo, this dude was crazy. It sucked he got in a car accident and messed his neck up, but just good times, man.
Hey, first of all, Cam Burke, W pitcher, right? Candace is like my
Candace so on the list. That's not.
Yeah, I remember her in Naperville.
She came back to the city and brought the Sky championship.
Yeah, and then left immediately.
Yep.
Got to do. I'm cool.
Hey, Donovan McNabb is an interesting one. That might be one we actually debate because I
don't know if was he really dominant? I can't remember him standing out like that.
He was a dog, but like
Bobby Simmons, I remember Bobby Simmons.
It wasn't Hall of Fame numbers. Yeah, I mean, like it was like he's not gonna make the Hall of Fame.
That's like Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis was not like killing it in high school.
Yeah, he wasn't killing. He wasn't
killing
until he had that growth spurt.
Yeah. Of course, Benji, of course, Benji.
Yeah, Benji Wilson. There's something else.
We're talking about Chicago. We're talking about in Chicago. If you played in Chicago,
Donovan McNabb played high school football in Chicago.
I know, but we're talking about Grady was counting McNabb's 6 NFC championships. He did come through Chicago and beat the brakes off of Chicago to go. Well, in 01, he did do that. I remember that.
That
doesn't count.
I mean, we appreciate you. I was gonna say because if you're doing that, you got to put Aaron Rodgers on the list.
Oh, okay. All right.
See, now we're getting crazy.
Now we got to get and there he goes. Appreciate y'all tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. For the man formerly known as Ringo J. Stefan Adon, who we got the heck up out of here. And the super producer, Joel Holt. It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again, man. Y'all stay safe out there in Chicago. One love, Bear Don, C-Red, Go-Go White Sox, who got called out on a horrible play. And just because I can't say it, go ahead there, Ringo.
Go Cubs, go.
Oh, yeah. He's gone again. Y'all stay safe out there.